Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So glad you're here. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We are doing spooky Christmas today because I'm still feeling spooky. So here we go, guys. Well, guys, we're doing a spooky cloche. And this year wasn't any different than any other year. I wake up November 1st feeling a little depressed because Halloween's over. But I thought, well, everybody loves A Nightmare Before Christmas, right? So why don't we incorporate Christmas and Halloween together, right? Because God knows when you go shopping for Halloween, you've got Christmas in your face already, you know? So I'm going to encroach on the Christmas season just like they encroach on my Halloween season. I didn't have any tombstones laying around per se, or one of those little tiny felt hats, Santa hats. So I have to make my own. I'm using that air dry clay again and going to make me a tombstone and a hat and then a little skull on the side because I'm going to use that to top off our cloche, kind of like a little handle. piece there to the left I was going to use as a base to my tombstone, but I realized that if I did, it was going to be too tall. And I used that toothbrush just to give it a little bit of, aged look. Now, this is 2 days later because of the fact that the tombstone was so thick, it took it a little bit longer to dry. And there's my little hat. Um, it's kind of goofy looking, but, I'm not a clay artiste. I'm working with the skills God gave me. So, I painted black was my first color, and then went over that with the gray. And the hat, I'm going to use that metallic red. I think it was garnet was the color. I also used that color on the little mini skull beads because those are going to go on the tree as our Christmas ornaments. I got this cloche from the dollar store. I think it's called Dollar Tree. So it was only $1 something, and it already had a hole in the base. So that was perfect to take my little fairy lights and pull them through. All I'm doing right now is my left hand is holding it down as I kind of wind it around on the base, making sure that I stay inside so it doesn't, get caught on the lid when I put it back on. And as you're going around, just take a little bit of hot glue to hold it down. You want it as flat as you can get it. Don't forget to leave excess because you want to use that to wrap around your tree. And I'm going to have the skeleton actually holding a bit of it too. So make sure you think of that ahead. I didn't have one of them little bottle brush trees, which I would have preferred to use, but I did have a tiny little, like a wreath. So I snipped a piece off of that. So it looks more like a bush or a pine tree, I guess you could say. And I wrapped my lights around that. And I think it looks kind of like a Christmas tree. And I'm taking the moss and just putting a little bit of hot glue and going around the base and putting that in there. Now I have the tombstone kind of to the right a little bit, and then the tree tucked in right behind it. And as far as these little skull beads go, I put a little dab of glue on the tops where the holes were, and then stuck them up against the branch to cover those holes. Mr. Skelly, I had to maim him a little bit because he wasn't in the position that I needed him to be in, because this cloche is very small. So I need him with his knees bent and his arm kind of up. So I had to whack them off and then re-glue them in the position I wanted them in with my hot glue gun. Now I'm also taking that little piece of cotton for that little hat. He kind of looks like an elf right now. But with that cotton, it definitely gives you that Christmas vibe. And then I made a little ball for the tip. Now, as you can see, this is how I had to glue him in there because, it being so small, and the skeletons I found were either too small or too big. So this was the one I had to go with, and I'm just kind of, he's kneeling is how I have it. And you can see right there, I've got the little bit end of the light. It was kind of twined around his hand and going in front of the tombstone. Now this is where that little skull that I made goes right on the top. And we're finished. What do you think? Do you like spooky Christmas? Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this craft and try it at home. If you enjoy spooky year-round, this would be kind of a great alternative to your traditional Christmas decor. What do you think? Or is my cheese slid off my cracker? I don't know. But I love Nightmare Before Christmas, so, this was my take. So until next time, guys, have a great week. See you later.